Hey, what's up guys? I'm Raj here. Welcome to TMQ Tech Family. If you want to be part of this tech family, then hit the subscribe button and also don't forget to hit the bell icon to watch the rest of my tech videos, which I'll be posting every Tuesdays and Fridays for you guys. In today's video, I'm going to share you guys top 7 tricks for the Apple Watch Series 5. You probably might come across of these 7 tricks, but then if you haven't come across, then probably I feel like this could be really useful for you guys. So if you have an Apple Watch, and then I think this video is gonna be super useful for you. And also if you guys haven't watched my previous Apple Watch Series 5 review video, so you can click the card above to watch that too. Without further ado, let's see what are the tricks we have for today. Well guys, the first trick I'm going to show you guys is unlocking your Mac using your Apple Watch. Probably if you have an Apple Watch and you have a Mac, then this trick will be super useful for you. And maybe if you don't know about this, and now by watching this video you should be already know what is this trick is all about. Let's see. For this you just need very simple thing. You just need two things. First of all, you need an iCloud account. So I believe that you already have these two devices, then you probably might already set up your iCloud account. So if you already have an iCloud account and both are synced together, and then you should just need to be the same Wi-Fi network, and with that you can easily unlock your Mac using your Apple Watch. So there are steps. You just have to follow these steps which I'm going to say, and with these steps you can easily unlock your Mac using your Apple Watch. So the main thing you need to set up before allowing your Apple Watch to unlock your Mac is, first you have to go to the system preference, which you can click right here. So it opens the system preference, and once the system preference is open, then you should see there should be a security and privacy icon. So this is the one. You can tap this icon, and then now you will see that there's an option there saying allow your Apple Watch to unlock your Mac. All you have to just check this box, and then it will ask you for your password if your system is password protected, and then once done, so you're good to go. So after that you can just easily unlock your Mac by using your Apple Watch. So guys, now I'm going to demo you guys how does the unlock feature work. So first let's go to the lock screen first, assuming I'm just gonna close my MacBook. Okay, and then now let's open it back. So did you saw that it says that unlocking using your Apple Watch? Talking about the second trick, most of the times we use our iPhone to take a screenshot, but then what if you need to take a screenshot from your Apple Watch? That could be necessary in some cases. We might not know when that could happen, but then if it's really required to take a screenshot, then you need to use your Apple Watch to take a screenshot. But does the Apple Watch support screenshot? To answer the question, yes, it does support screenshot. So it's very simple. You can use similar using your iPhone. Just in iPhone you just have to press the power button, the home button, but in this case you just have to press the crown and the side button. So you just have to hold this together and just press it, and you can just take a screenshot with that. That is simple as that. You just have to enable it by following the settings from the Apple Watch app. So based on the settings, then you can enable the screenshot feature. So that's the second trick. Apart from that, did you know that you can use your Apple Watch to find your missing iPhone? Yep, that's true. You can do it, and it's pretty much simple. You don't need any much to set up. As long you have an iCloud, it's already synced. So I believe you already synced that. Then I think you can just swipe up from your Apple Watch. So when you swipe up, you should get the notification center, and over there you should see an icon like a phone vibration icon. So we just have to click that. That is called ping my iPhone. So when you tap that, if you tap that button right there, and it will give some kind of like a big beep sound on your iPhone. So if it's misplace it somewhere inside your house or your room or somewhere, then this feature will be really useful, because when you press it you will hear some beep sound, and with the beep sound you can know where is it. At the same time, if you misplace your iPhone in your room, not only your room, somewhere which is dark, and maybe you just drop it in the cinema hall and it's dark, right? So when you drop it there, it's very simple. You just have from your Apple Watch, you just have to swipe up again and hold that same icon, the button, ping iPhone icon. You just have to hold that. So when you hold it, it will enable the LED flash on your rear side of the iPhone. So it will start to blink. So when the moment the LED flash starts to blink, and then you can already know where is it. As long your phone has the right amount of battery, and also it is not turned off. If If that is not the case, then yeah, you should be able to find your missing iPhone easily using your Apple Watch. The number 4 feature I'm going to talk about is something very interesting. This is one of the main reason people have started to buy the Apple Watch. It's called the fall detection feature. So I have talked about this in my Apple Watch Series 5 review, so you can watch that if you want. This feature, many of us might not know what is this all about. So today I'm going to show you guys how to enable this. This is one of the tricks for the Apple Watch which many of you might not know until now. So if you have an Apple Watch, and as I said, the fall detection feature is just, it will trigger some kind like a SOS when you fall, so that it can call the emergency contact within a specific time. So it's pretty much simple. You just have to enable by following these steps. To enable the fall detection feature is pretty much simple. So all you got to do is you launch your Apple Watch app once again. So once you launch the Apple Watch app, from there you can just scroll to emergency and SOS. So you can see this is emergency and SOS. So I'm just gonna tap this emergency and SOS. So when you select this, you should see some few options, and this is what we are curious about. So the fall detection. So the fall detection, you just have to toggle this to enable the fall detection feature. So it asks you to confirm. Okay, so once confirmed, that's all. So the fall detection will be enabled in your phone. So when next time you trip or you fell off from your staircase or something happens to you, it will automatically trigger the fall detection. And if you didn't respond it within a certain time frame, then probably it will call the emergency contact from your SOS. The number 5 trick I'm going to talk today is cover to mute. So cover to mute is very simple. You don't have to do any setting. There's no any settings which is required. All you have to do is just have to take your hand and place on top of your Apple Watch and just close it for 5 seconds or 3 to 5 seconds until you feel the haptic feedback from the Apple Watch. The main reason I'm using cover to mute is because sometimes you might be in the meeting room, then your watch, because most of the time you silent your phone, but then your watch, the notification is always turned on and it gives you some kind of beep sounds, some kind of notification sound, and that could interrupt the meeting session. So for that purpose, it's very simple. So when you're talking to your management or talking to your boss, you just have to place your hand on top of your Apple Watch for 3 to 5 seconds, and then automatically it will activate the cover to mute feature. So this is one of the tricks most of you might not know. If you don't know, give us a thumbs up for this video. The second last tips I'm going to share you guys is say the time. Well, say the time is very useful when you are using a different type of watch face. So what I mean by watch face is, you know, right, since you're already using an Apple Watch, then probably I believe you already know that you can set your own watch face. You can even set your own picture. You can use the default display. You can change it, you can customize it. So Apple allow you to customize it thoroughly. If you use the digital watch face, then probably you can see the digital time easily. But if that's not the case, then this trick will be super useful for you. So this is called say the time. All you have to do is enable the always speak feature from the Apple Watch app on your iPhone. So once you enable that feature, you just have to use your 2 fingers and just have to
3:42 p.m.
That's it. You just say the time. It's pretty much simple. You can use it anywhere if you want. Well guys, we have come to the last tip of the day, the 7th trick. So the 7th trick is something which is called the tip calculator. Interesting, right? Well, do you know that if you have an Apple Watch Series 5, you probably already have the calculator app pre-installed on your Apple Watch. But if you have a Series 3 or Series 4, then probably you might not have the calculator app. But most of you, if you have the app Series 5, and most of you might already know that you can use the calculator app to do some calculations. But the thing you don't know is there's a hidden feature which many of you might not know, is you can use the Apple Watch to calculate tips for a waiter. Well, this is one of the most useful feature over in the Western countries, especially in the United States. So because in the United States they have this kind of norm that when you go to a restaurant, when the waiter serve you the food, so when you pay the bill, you have to give a certain tip for the waiter. So for that purpose, this feature will be really useful. But then over in the Asian countries, you won't see this feature. For me, I haven't seen people giving tips for the waiter, especially in Southeast Asia countries. So if you're in the Western countries and you're watching this video, then this feature will be super useful, where if you can calculate the tip you should pay for the waiter when you go to a restaurant. So it's pretty much simple. You just have to tap on the calculator app. So when you tap the calculator app, and then in the calculator app you should be able to see the normal interface for the calculator, but then on the top there should be a button called tip. So when you click that tip, what happens is, if you example now to this restaurant, you can calculate and you separate the bills each other. So because especially in the United States, they have this norm that you go to a restaurant, you have to pay your own bills. So example, if you go with your friends, your friend pay his bill and you pay your bill. That is how it works over there. This feature, as if you see in the Apple support website page, they already written that this feature is only available in certain regions, because most of the region they don't have to pay tip for the waiter. So for that purpose, if you're in the United States or in other Western countries like the UK, then probably this feature will be really useful, I believe. So that is the total seven tricks for today. Well, I have another one more trick to show you guys. That is one of the bonus trick. So it's pretty much simple, and if you have an Apple Watch, then you probably might know about this. If you don't know, then I feel like this is really useful, especially when you're going outside, when you're going to watch movie. So it's pretty much simple. It's called the cinema mode, or you can say the theater mode or the cinema mode. It depends on you. It's called the cinema mode or the theater mode. The theater mode is pretty much simple. It's very useful, especially when you go to cinema, because when you go to cinema, the whole room is dark. So suddenly when you're watching movie, and then you might get some notification on your watch. If you're using the previous Apple Watch series 3, 2, 3 or 4, probably you might face this issue where you're watching movie, suddenly you have your watch become bright because of you receiving notification from your phone. So for that reason, Apple launched a new feature called theater mode, cinema mode. You can use this feature. It's just very simple. You just have to swipe up the notification center, and you should see a face mask kind of icon, like a face mask kind of icon like I shown right here. So you just have to tap that icon. When you tap it, it will activate the theater mode. So when you activate the theater mode, what happens is, when you enter the cinema, you activate that, so it will dim the Apple Watch. So when it dims the Apple Watch, then you won't need to see any notification. So even if you receive any kind of important notification, you won't be able to see it. So that's one of the downside. But then if you are okay with it, then you can just enable this feature, and you can just enjoy watching the movie without any kind of issues from the Apple Watch. Simple as that. So guys, there you have it. Total 7 tricks of the Apple Watch Series 5 with just one bonus trick for you guys. So I hope these tricks could be really useful for you guys if you're using an Apple Watch Series 5. And some of the tricks is also work in the Apple Watch Series 4, but most of them they work in the Apple Watch Series 5. If you watch this video and it feels super useful, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up for this video, and share it with your friends, and subscribe to TMQ channel to be part of the tech family. And also don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can watch more of my tech videos every Tuesdays and Fridays. Till then, I'll catch you in the next one.